Structural steel fabricators shape the world around us. From stadiums to schools, ports to power plants, and high-rises to hospitals, the global construction community embraces the benefits that structural steel offers. As steel is bought and sold for prices dictated by market factors, steel fabricators must continually explore new methods of automation to differentiate themselves against competition and, more importantly, increase their profitability. In the past, welded connections could only be designated with manual measurement or semi-dedicated processes of layout marking. Mid-sized to large fabricators have struggled as skilled labor continues to disappear and little technology has been developed to elevate the headaches caused by yesterday's layout methods. Peddinghaus Corporation, the global leader in steel fabricating equipment, is the first to perfect a dedicated CNC layout marking system for mid-sized to large structural fabricators looking to increase productivity and reduce labor costs. The PeddiWriter CNC layout marking system is the high-capacity solution for layout marking of structural shapes, such as beams, channels, angles, square or rectangular tubes, and flat bar. From welded connections to copes, the PeddiWriter is the first layout machine of its kind and the trusted technology of today's most profitable fabricators.
My name is Enter Peddinghaus. On behalf of all Peddinghaus employees and family members, I sincerely thank you for being interested in our new PeddiWriter. Over the last couple of years, Mike Schaub, our president, and myself were approached by you to automate laying out structural steel. Over the last year, with the help of Wayward and Agate, we perfected the machine and software. My grandfather developed steelworkers, my father the drill line. We have copers, plate lines, band saws. The one missing piece in the puzzle is our new PeddiWriter. I would like to thank you for considering Peddinghaus.
Easily integrated into the layout of any existing system, the PeddiWriter is ideal for the layout of welded connections, part designations, and copes. From stiffeners to splice plates, the PeddiWriter exhibits tremendous labor savings when compared to age-old methods of manual layout. Before, fabricators relied upon manual layout for welded connections or manually cut copes. This process included a variety of labor-intensive steps. Crane handle the beam into place, reference a printed drawing, manually measure locations for layout marks, create marks, flip profile with a crane for each surface, repeat marking procedure for all layout locations and surfaces. Today, with the application of the PeddiWriter from Peddinghaus, these steps are condensed into a single streamlined process, allowing for 10-to-1 productivity gains. Convey raw stock to machine, run program, convey finished parts out of the machine. When the PeddiWriter is placed in line with a drilling machine, there is no additional crane handling added to existing operations. This, combined with the ability to mark multiple surfaces simultaneously, allows for massive production gains.
To do the work with a PeddiWriter, I'd have to bring on 6 to 8 more employees. We had some complex columns on this project that were very busy, approximately 40 feet long. On the floor, it would have took a layout guy approximately an hour and a half to lay that member out. And we ran it through the PeddiWriter and we did a time study with that, and it processed it in 8 minutes.
It's very simple and they pick up on it right away. The information is downloaded in the computer, they pull up the programs and they run the beams through and nothing flat.
We took a 600-ton job and imported it out of Tekla into AgNexus, and to process them files took approximately 20 minutes.
It saved 25% in productivity, clear across the board. This machine is 100% accurate. Trust me.
You know, we are blessed with a good, strong market here, but however, with that comes high costs, high input costs, whether that be labor costs or material costs. So anything we can do to be more efficient and use that technology to have that competitive advantage is good business for Wayward Steel.
Once it ran through, it was able to do both the flanges on both sides and on the web, and also on the bottom. That process was done in, I believe, 3 minutes and 42 seconds. Now, for an average fitter to lay it out, it would have taken him 25 minutes to half an hour.
We've gone from the fitters being a bottleneck to now the welders are feeling a little more pressure. Currently, we're finding the PeddiWriter is able to produce approximately 60 members in a 10-hour shift.
You know, so that process was done in such a speedy manner and accurate.
As everybody gets more comfortable with the beams coming in and out of this piece of equipment, they'll just keep flying through.
The PeddiWriter can conservatively do the work of 5 layout personnel in a typical fabrication facility. Before automation, labor can be costly. A single layout worker typically costs $50 per hour after insurance, taxes, benefits, and more. A typical work year is 2,080 hours, but for the sake of simple math, let's call it 2,000. If this laborer works a 2,000-hour work year, the cost to have them on the floor will be $100,000 annually. Multiply this by 5 layout men, and your total cost of manual layout comes to $500,000 each year. With the PeddiWriter, labor costs are dramatically decreased. The PeddiWriter maintains an hourly shop rate of $100 per hour. This includes one operator at $50 per hour, machine costs, consumables, utilities, everything. That hourly shop rate of $100 per hour is applied over the same length of time as the 5 workers before, 2,000 hours. This brings machine costs for 1 year to $200,000. So what is the difference? Manually, layout will cost around $500,000 per year. Using the PeddiWriter, layout will cost only $200,000 per year. This means an annual savings of $300,000. When you look at the numbers, it's easy to see how the PeddiWriter is the undisputed solution for layout marking in today's structural fabrication shop. Using advanced software methods, the PeddiWriter maintains an arsenal of programming tools which are second to none. Parts can be easily exported from modern BIM programs into an intermediary file standard, such as DSTV, then imported into Peddinghaus software. Tekla users can benefit further from an advanced import program that works in conjunction with Tekla structures. The Tekla API module allows for a more accurate and reliable data transfer than typical DSTV file importation. Features such as layout marks and marks to designate connections or copes are automatically generated using this module. If any modifications must be made to a part program, Peddinghaus software allows for the amendment or creation of program commands. Using an intuitive user interface that allows for the streamlined designation of layout marks, weld symbols, or cope locations, Peddinghaus software leads the industry for its simple yet robust design. Once parts are exported from Peddinghaus software, they can be saved to a storage device and transferred to the control panel of the PeddiWriter. As files reach the PeddiWriter, operation is as easy as positioning material, selecting the part file, and hitting cycle start. The PeddiWriter utilizes modern roller feed measurement for faster, more accurate production. Easily integrated into an existing system, the PeddiWriter can be placed upstream or downstream from existing structural equipment. Due to the robust design of Peddinghaus material handling, stock can be fed from outdoors. If the machine's footprint is a concern, the PeddiWriter can be stored within a small outbuilding to optimize floor space within a main fab shop facility. Once material is fed to the machine and the program is initialized, the PeddiWriter clamps the profile, locates the leading edge, and begins the program. 2 Hypertherm ArcWriter torches apply layout marks. Commonly operating with as little as 4 to 8 amps of power, the plasma arc writing of the PeddiWriter is unaffected by the presence of rust and scale. Designed for the most rugged shop environments, the ArcWriter plasma unit boasts an exceptionally low consumable cost. Typical consumable costs over an entire year of operation are around $500 due to the design of the machine and low operating amperage of the plasma torches. The PeddiWriter maintains 2 marking torches with completely independent X-axis motion from that of material. This allows material to be parked within an operating zone and engaged by both torches simultaneously. Unlike plasma units designed for cutting, the PeddiWriter is capable of expediting the torch probe sequence with the use of a mechanical standoff mechanism. This eliminates the need to continually relocate the surface of the material during production. The PeddiWriter uses a true CNC control manufactured by the global leading electronics provider Siemens. Siemens Electronics represent tomorrow's technology, is easy for the operator to learn, and functions perfectly in any fab shop environment. With service offices spanning the globe, Peddinghaus continues to lead the industry in customer support and strives to maintain the highest satisfaction ranking in the industry. The Siemens control used on the PeddiWriter is easily accessible by customer service representatives from any location. If a question or issue arises, all the customer needs is a standard internet connection. Using this connection, Peddinghaus service technicians can remotely access the system and troubleshoot questions over the phone. Peddinghaus machines are shipped with high-definition web cameras and software, allowing service technicians to vividly experience the activity at the installation without the need to incur a costly service visit. Peddinghaus also offers a full curriculum of training programs for operators in order to ensure hit-the-ground-running startups.
Thanks for watching the presentation about the new PeddiWriter. If you have any questions or concern, please do not hesitate to contact Peddinghaus Corporation or your regional manager or your dealer. Thank you very much.